Hi guys, former Labour MP Jonathan Ashworth appeared on Channel 4 News where he spoke about a new selection of polls that point to Reform UK overtaking the Conservatives and gaining on Labour. Now, as we know, polls have been pretty unreliable over the last 10 years, but if a number of them point in a particular direction, we can be pretty sure that that's the way the traffic is going. We may not be able to pinpoint exactly, but it gives us a rough idea. So how should Labour respond to the rise of reform? Well, I believe that they should do the opposite of what Jonathan Ashworth had to say here.
This poll that was published yesterday, it's the first YouGov poll since the elections, and it has the following results. Labour on 26%, right? That's pretty low for a party in government. Reform on 25%, 1% behind you.
For the fact that Nigel Farage over Christmas, for example, said he wanted to introduce charging into the National Health Service. I don't believe your viewers in Barnsley, Bolsover or Bolton want to be charged to go to their local hospital.
But why do you think that reform has done so well? I mean, you know, in terms of the Tories and in terms of Labour, 1 percentage point behind the party in government. This Reform UK didn't exist until a few years ago.
Well, that's why politicians, Labour politicians, have got to start spelling out the implications of reform and what it would mean if we had a Kemi Badenoch, Nigel Farage coalition of chaos government.
No, you do not do this. Did you not learn anything from the recent presidential election? What did the Democrats do? They painted, and rightly so, they painted a terrible picture of Donald Trump, a guy associated with Russia, a guy who's a convicted criminal, sexist, misogynist, everything. They threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at Donald Trump. And what did it do? It made no difference. Because people were not voting for Donald Trump, they were voting against the Democrats. The economy was doing pretty well, but people didn't feel that. So if Jonathan is saying here that the Labour Party need to focus on attacking Nigel Farage and attacking Kemi Badenoch, then the election is over. It's finished. See, what you need to do is you need to improve people's lives, and you have to convince them that you have improved their lives. There's no point talking about growth and growing the economy. It doesn't matter if the UK is the fastest growing nation in the G7 or in the world. If ordinary people don't feel the benefit of that, they're going to vote you out. Why is this so difficult to understand? You can have an organisation outside the Labour Party talk about how it would be a disaster to have Nigel Farage in number 10 or Kemi Badenoch in number 10. That's fine. But you as a party need to work on improving people's lives. We've seen it so many times before. Incumbent after incumbent collapses because they're focusing on their opponent and not on improving people's lives. If you do that, there's a better chance of you holding on. Once again, you have to materially improve people's lives. No point talking about it. There's no point growing the economy. No point even funding public services. You actually have to improve the lives of ordinary voters, and they have to see that. They have to feel it and see it. They have to look around and say, actually, things are better now with Labour than they were with the Conservatives. If people are not convinced of that, it's over. Doesn't matter what you say about Nigel Farage, doesn't matter what you say about Kemi Badenoch. They will vote you out. This is frustrating because we've seen it all before. This guy is supposed to be a strategist. And he's saying, let's copy what the Democrats did. They criticized Donald Trump, and rightly so. I'm not saying that Donald Trump was the right guy. I'm saying that the public didn't buy the criticism. They actually preferred to have somebody else, a convicted criminal, a sexist, in in the White House, as opposed to Joe Biden and his administration. That's the reality of the situation. No amount of language or rhetoric or propaganda or whatever was enough. You had to convince people that their lives were better because of you. And if Labour cannot achieve that, then it's going to be a Conservative or, God forbid, Nigel Farage in number 10. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.